The Atlanta Hawks have slowed down after a hot start to the year. And if I'm going to be honest, I think it's a culmination of things. And I would really like to hear your opinions down below in the comments before we start today's video on what you think the problem the Atlanta Hawks have had during their few game skid of losses. And let's get into today's video. Like and subscribe to help support the channel. So he started off the year, Trae Young, with literally averaging 14 free throws in the first 4 games. And then people were saying that's not basketball. That's not like people, like coaches and players were calling out Trae Young. And then in the past 4 games, he's had only 1 game where he's attempted at least 15 free throws. And in the other 3, he's only attempted 3 to 4 free throws. And Trae Young needs to get back to those free throws. That's basketball. If it's in the rules, if it allows it, let Trae Young do his thing. Trae Young is 180 pounds. Everybody has to play to their advantage. So if Trae Young can get 15 free throws a game because he's that much smarter and he's that much better at drawing fouls, then let his man do that, okay? James Harden, other players draw fouls attacking the rim, and you don't have them being attacked like this. So my take on this is let Trae Young be Trae Young and get his free throws. But while I say that, I do want to say that Trae Young has been on a skid with his shooting, his three-point shooting. Past 2 games, he's literally missed all his three-pointers last game, and then the game before he shot 16%. He's a guy who, yeah, he can score in bunches, but you know how much that three-point shot when it's hitting causes the defense to kind of get frustrated, and when Trae Young's hitting his three-point shot, it opens up the whole entire Hawks offense. And we can't talk about Trae Young's or John Collins until we address that. John Collins is frustrated with Trae Young. Supposedly they had a kind of a feud during a film session where Trae Young and John Collins got into it because John Collins believed he should be getting the ball more, and that Trae Young was not giving him the ball enough. And you could argue that it's because John Collins is in a contract year and he's trying to get as much money. Or you could argue that it's the Atlanta Hawks they know they're not going to be able to keep John Collins because they might end up trading him, or he might get more money from another team that they're like trying to pay because the free agent class isn't looking as strong as it once was. So you could say that John Collins might be the Atlanta Hawks are trying to just not like phase him out a little bit. Not phase him out, but you know what I mean? Just know that he's not part of the imminent future after this season. So they're trying to make plans and see the other players get better. Obviously, it's 8 games and we don't know much, but I want to hear your opinions on this down below because it's always something to talk about. And then you have DeAndre Hunter, who has surprisingly been playing a huge role. It's not surprising. We knew he was one of the most pro-ready players coming into his class. But the fact that he might be one of the best all-around players in the NBA, he gets you rebounds, he passes the ball well, he's one of the best defenders. He's, like, on a bad night, he's a plus defender. On a good night, he's shut down. Nobody gets around him. And the thing is with DeAndre Hunter is his three-point shot is starting to hit, and that is so important. He's shooting like 40% in the past 10 games or 8 games, you know. But it's great to see them having that work. Kevin Huerter is another guy who people didn't know if he was going to actually take a next step, because we saw the year before in his second season, he has taken the next step on the sense that he tries harder, and everywhere across the board he's more efficient. So that was the next step. I think point totals, he's kind of capped between 12 and 17. I think he's just capped right now 12 because he isn't like the lead scorer. Maybe if John Collins does leave, Kevin Huerter does fill in the second role, and so does DeAndre Hunter. Bogdanovic has quieted down. He started the season, in my opinion, really hot. You know, first 4 games was 15, 7, 17, and 22, but the last 4 games it's been 7, 11, 3, 2, his point totals. So, and he literally for January he's shooting 27% from 3, and then in December he was shooting 42%. So when you look at that, Bogdan's got to be hitting his shots, and you can kind of say that a lot of the players who should be playing well for the Atlanta Hawks aren't are like kind of in a skid. This skid has affected the whole team. You could say same things has happened with Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish started the first 4 games in December shooting lights out 37% from 3, and we were all like, damn, Cam Reddish is coming together, looking so much better. And then past 4 games, he's fallen back to earth. And he's still showing up sometimes on defense, but it wasn't what we were seeing in December. So it was a really hot start, and I hope they don't lose this momentum and get affected by this, because, you know, it was a really good start, and we saw what this team is capable of. And Clint Capella has came in, and he's been doing his thing, just grabbing boards. And I'm not going to say Clint Capella is the problem here. No, he's not. I think it's just that now that guys are starting to come back from injury, the chemistry is going to have to get reworked. The rotations are still trying to figure each other out. And we saw Gallinari first 2 games. Not first 2 games. His first 2 games of the season, we saw him, and he didn't play much. Obviously, he's literally played 27 minutes. So hopefully when he comes back, he can help the second unit and see if it makes a difference. You know, obviously, like, this team, I just think it's a chemistry thing right now. I don't think it's a huge problem. I think it's something that they can fix. And Lloyd Pierce is probably just messing with rotations. Like, even Solomon Hill has quieted down after having a really good start to the year, which is really fun to watch. He was shooting, like, the games against Brooklyn and Detroit, he was playing lights out, and it was so much fun to watch those games. But since then, he has quieted down. So we'll see what this team is going to do, or like how it's going to go. And I think they're really just trying to figure out the rotations, because the starting lineup right now, it consists of, my apology, I don't know why I just like choked right there. My stuff is like loading. We got the depth chart loading. Okay, so the starting lineup is Trae Young, Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, and Clint Capella. And lately they've been running the second unit with Bogdanovich, Kevin Huerter, and, you know, Solomon Hill. Sometimes they've mixed in John Collins into the second unit with, like, you know, it like changes on who they leave the floor, because it seems like they always keep one starter on the floor when they do take out their guys, because they'll take out Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter, and then they'll put in Kevin Huerter and Bogdan, but then they'll leave Kevin Huerter in and put back Cam Reddish, and then put Solomon Hill, take out Clint Capella, put John Collins. So I think they're still trying to figure out the rotations. And it's just interesting to see how the team will do with it. Just, you know. But that's pretty much the video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. But that's it you got from me. I made 4 videos today. I don't know if I'm going to, like, channel slowing down. Please give me that ad revenue. We're trying. We're going to keep the channel growing. But, like, obviously, we need to be able to, like, have success. I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, I think this team is good. I hope you guys have a great day, because I know I will. Till next, guys. Peace out.